completely razzed.
So
of
Bo's
life.
being a glass half empty type of person
Too
this
right.
morning.
I'm going
I don't
through
think
California that's been
I don't think he
screwed
got.
over.
I don't think he got enough sleep last night.
Sick.
The U.S. is a melting pot, or they like to say a salad now, because you keep the individual pieces. So we're
Are you making this stuff up as we
No,
as you go?
no. We're in an area that has a lot of Mexican food influence here. Let's find the Mexican-American version of a diner.
Boom.
I like it.
With a booth.
Without realising it, this diner would become my favourite of the trip. But in the meantime, Mike was talking to himself in the toilet.
Okay. I believe this is P number 5. I know Bo made a whole film about beans and farting, so I don't see how recording the sounds of peeing is any more interesting or less interesting, I guess.
Lo and behold, Mike had been talking into his microphone every time he took a leak.
Bo, this is me peeing, if you're wondering what this is while you're editing. This is urination number 2 while on the mic. It's the small things in life. So it's the small victories, the small things that you remember, the little keepsakes you have. I should have been describing the urinals all along. This one is actually an old school one. It goes from mid-wall all the way down to the floor. I guess maybe the good part of it is when, I'm old and gray and telling stories to my grandchildren, I can, reminisce about the different types of peas I've had on audio or camera.
Well, thanks for that, Mike. Very insightful. But back to the business of ordering food. I gotta say, I did some of the best ordering I think I've ever done. I ordered 1 meal, which turned out to be 2. While Mike was a little gun-shy, given he only had 1 hole left in his belt.
Oh, magic! That is exactly what I'm after. Perfect. Thank you.
Un perfecto.
Yeah, it is. Gracias. This is exciting.
I almost gonna say those are probably homemade. This trip is about diners. It's about American diners. The different influences we have from Asia, Mexico, Europe.
We're in the salad bowl.
Different places. We're in the salad bowl. So this is part of Americana right here.
It's good.
Yeah, try the eggs, and you make sure you get the sauce and the tortilla. It's legit good. That was the best part of the trip. That was the best diner. The food was fantastic. We walked in, and none of the people that worked there spoke English, and we actually had to get another patron to translate for us. So I didn't have to use my horrible, broken Spanish from high school.
Myself and the President had finally made it to one of the world's most famous cities.
Oh, look at these big palm trees. Hollywood, you're so pretty. They're like eyelashes. They're like big, boisterous eyelashes, aren't they?
LA. It's a place where the lucky ones with talent and timing make it. And so many more with great talent and bad timing don't.
I'd like to see a Hollywood star, or better, a starlet.
Okay.
I don't care. I don't care who I see, actually. It's just someone I recognise. Hey, Ted Danson.
I reflected on what it means to be one of these people, a person in search of an audience in the cutthroat world of entertainment. Without realising it, I was part of the food chain here. Other than the venue manager being a dick, not allowing me to drink tap water on stage, the final show in LA was great. People were weird, and I like weird. For our final meal, around midnight, we went to Norm's in West Hollywood.
Fortunately, this place is open 24 hours.
I wonder if Norm's working tonight. Okay, we have one big giant sheet. 22 years ago, we drove from New York to Seattle.
We did.
And now we've driven from Seattle to LA.
Yes.
By the time we're dead, we'll do the full box. Yeah, we'll do that. That's a great idea. Next time is LA to Florida.
Yeah.
And then it's Florida to Maine.
There we go.
Boom.
We can end in Rockland.
That'd be real nice. That's where your folks got a house.
Yeah.
Without realising it, I ordered a medium bowl of dressing. And because it was after midnight, Mike ordered breakfast. Bless him.
Oh, thank you.
Honey mustard dressing.
Okay. Okay, I thought I'd ordered custard or something, but there you go. That's like 500 calories right there. You could just have a meal of condiments. Oh, wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good on you, boss. Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Wow, look at that. Doesn't look like the picture, but
No, it's very different to the picture.
there are lights on that tree. They're red. Do you think they're Christmas or they're just generally like
General.
they're up there all the time?
I'd think so.
I've got to say, it was good to be on the other side of the tour and the road trip. It had been great, but I was stuffed, and so was Mike. It occurred to me that our very long drive was in fact a very short period of time in the grand scheme of things. That's what long-distance friendships are built on. Bursts of experience that we log as memories until the next time we meet.
I think my favorite part of the trip is the time I didn't spend with Bo.
This film was supposed to be about the pillars of travel, perhaps even the pillars of America itself, roads and food, and where these two things take us. Even from the window of a car or the booth seat of a diner, the traveller can't help but take on fragments of a place and the subcultures you pass through. Glimmers and snapshots, and the photos you don't take. There's so much on display in America, perhaps more than any other country. It's confident and outward, offering it up to take or leave, enjoy or loathe. Thanks, roadmakers, and the brilliant staff who served us food. And thanks, Mike. I'll see you in 22 years, mate.
Okay, this is the last pee in the urinal for the trip and for the film, and we'll call that is a wrap. All right, have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, everyone.
It's good to see. When did they announce this studio? It was like 3 or 4 years ago, right? It was a long time ago. 2020? Yeah. Wow, it was 5 years ago then almost. Yeah, damn.
Hey everybody, it's Jeff Keighley and welcome to the Dreamhaven Showcase. Now what you just saw was a quick glimpse at 4 games that we're going to show you in the showcase today. And these are all titles from Dreamhaven, a new publisher and developer that was founded in 2020.
2020,
and this is something
okay.
new for us. The Game Awards is teaming up with Dreamhaven to give you a look at all these incredible new titles, including the global reveal of the new game from Moonshot Games, which is part of Dreamhaven, and it's a very exciting game. I've been waiting to show you for a while. That's coming up in a little bit. Now, even if you aren't familiar with the Dreamhaven name, I am sure you are familiar with some of the people behind the company.
No surprise.
And joining me now is the co-founder of Dreamhaven, who's also, of course, the co-founder and former CEO of Blizzard Entertainment, Mike Morhaime. Mike,
That's the guy.
Hi, Jeff. Great to be here with you.
Let me ask you, why did you want to start Dreamhaven in the first place?
Well, when I left
Because Bobby
Blizzard,
Kotick was an asshole.
I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, and so my wife Amy and I spent a bunch of time just
Yeah, no, I get it.
talking to people and brainstorming ideas, and we got to talking with a lot of folks that we loved working with in the past. They were also thinking about what they wanted to do next, and the idea of what if we joined forces to try to create something really special, a place where game developers and creators could focus on making things that were really passionate and excited to make, an environment where people could do their best work, and really a goal of trying to create games that brought people together in positive ways and really just support them in doing their best work.
You mentioned internal teams, so people are probably wondering, like, well, how big is this company? What's the? Is it a full-scale publisher?
Yeah, I'm curious about
developer?
that.
Like, what can you tell us about the size and scope of Dreamhaven?
Yeah, so we have 2 internal teams, Moonshot Games and Secret Door. We also are building a central team that will help publish these games and bring them to players around the world. We have also formed relationships with a number of independent developers, and we provide them guidance and advice.
Yeah.
And some of those relationships have actually grown to be even deeper, where Dreamhaven will end up being the publisher of those games.
Wow.
All right, well, let's get into some of the games. and
Okay,
show
here we
people some
go.
Gameplay.
Let's see some new games.
First up is Sunderfolk. It is a board game-inspired RPG that you can play solo or with friends. It's kind of a
Gaming?
whole new genre
Just-
for games, and it sounds like
Just for a bit of context here,
Lots of us.
this guy right here is Mike Morhaime. He was basically the original president of Blizzard. He started Blizzard. He left Blizzard in like 2018 or 2020 or something like that, and he started a new game studio called Dreamhaven, and now they're talking about some of the games they're releasing.
Do some things to make it more accessible to more people.
Board games I'm not that interested in,
digitizing the
so
experience in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
but
it's whatever to me.
maintaining some of the magic of that in-person experience, and you know, it's just such a great environment.
Sunderfolk really is a love letter to the genre, just with a twist. The team took the approach of putting the game board on a shared screen, TV or monitor,
Yeah.
and putting your character's actions and sheet, or
Sure.
in this case, cards and abilities and even the rules of the game on a mobile device.
It is really cool to have that 2-screen experience, and now let's take a look at how it all comes together.
all right, let's watch the trailer. Here it is.
Deep below ground, in the dark and fathomless Sunderlands, hope persists in the animal village of Arden, your home.
Well,
For
this
many
looks
seasons,
nice.
the life tree has protected Arden. But all is not well in the Sunderlands.
Life tree.
The Sunderfolk of your village look to you, the guardians of this town, for aid. Carry the seed of hope close, and forge
The
ahead
seed of
into
hope.
darkness in search of answers.
I'll ruin you and your whole Sunhurst village!
Yeah, as I said before, I'm not really a fan of like board games or anything like this.
Were just the beginning.
It's just not my
Know
genre.
what they say? A monster a day keeps the monsters.
I even hate playing board games in real life.
Shadowstone everywhere. The corruption is
Looks better than
so
Assassin's
high.
Creed Shadows. The combat's about the same pace.
Arden has protected. Disappointing.
After playing Assassin's Creed Shadows,
You
I
will
went back and
test
played
your
Rise of the
resolve,
Ronin.
Face unfathomable
It made me
threats,
worse.
Find camaraderie and employ impeccable strategy.
Yeah, it actually made me worse at the game by playing Assassin's Creed Shadows.
But your adventure's just getting started. And like any good adventure, this one is best shared.
Okay, cool. That's nice. Not really a game that I'd be that interested
Not
in.
only is Sunderfolk coming out on April 23rd, you also have a first look demo.
So that's
that is
like a
available
week
on
from a
GeForce
month from now.
today.
That's right. The demo includes all of Sunderfolk's playable characters and game features, as well as the first few
Yeah.
missions.
Okay, great. Well, I'm
Okay.
looking forward to checking that out. And now we're going to move on to another game we actually announced last year at Gamescom Opening Night Live, even though people didn't know it was tied to Dreamhaven at the time.
what is it?
And we are talking, of course, about Linked Banner of Spark.
Yep,
What's
we're
this?
publishing Linked Banner of the Spark from a fantastic indie developer called FuzzyBot.
For those of you that aren't familiar with Linked, it is probably the most charming robot apocalypse game out there. It's a lighthearted action game, but it also has town building elements in it.
Let's see the
it's
gameplay.
Chaotic and cozy in all the right ways.
Gameplay.
Linked has a small and devoted community,
Gameplay.
and FuzzyBot has been adding a ton of new content over the last few months, and they're still planning on more.
Check out this latest video from Linked
here we go.
that shows off the world and gameplay.
That's what I wanted. Where's the combat? It's okay. I would say like that's decent. This is a game I would take a sponsor for. I don't know if it's a game I would play on my own, but I'd take a sponsor for a game like this. You know? I would let somebody give me money to play this. I don't know if I'd really go play it myself. AKA sponsor to play this? Yeah, of course. And I think the graphics for it really look bad. It looks unfinished. Like this looks a lot better, but like especially like the character's face and their hair, it looked very very unfinished.
That was Linked, and I am very excited to build my fish and bot friend collection as soon as it's out.
Yeah, I would maybe
Well,
try
you'll be
this.
able to play on consoles soon. And for our Steam Early Access players, you can enjoy the brand new content patch today.
All right, well, we've covered a lot of great stuff today,
Okay.
and the reveal of the Moonshot game is coming up in just a minute. But before then, we have one more game to cover.
Okay,
and I hear
here
this
we
is
go.
a game that you actually heard about from players in the StarCraft community. Is that right, Mike?
Yeah, one of my friends recommended that I check out this small indie game that launched last September. And after trying the game, I just fell in love with it. And through a stroke of luck, we had the chance to become their publisher. And well, it probably won't surprise you why we love it so much.
All
Is
right,
this
well,
what I
let's take a
think
look
it
at
is?
the trailer from Mecha Bellum.
No, it's not. Okay. 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 Yeah. All right. So auto battling strategy masterpiece. So wait, they're doing it. This is what I said for so long. Did they have to make an RTS that's an auto battler? Yeah, I will try this. Yeah, this is cool. I'm interested. Yeah, it's out. Is it any good? Has anyone played it? Oh shit. It's good? That's cool. I'm so glad Mech is back. Like we got, dude, Armored Core 6 broke the ice. After that, we're getting this, we're getting Mecha Break. Like I think there's another mech game that's coming out. Like, yeah. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. Nobody would play this? No, I think this
Mecha Bellum is a turn-based auto battler, and it
turn-based.
still has some strong RTS vibes, though, right?
That's right. I think that it scratches the RTS itch without the high APM requirement,
See,
which
yeah,
is why I love
yeah.
it so
Yep,
much.
yep.
And the
That's
developer
smart.
Game River has been constantly updating it. We not only fell in love with Mecha Bellum, but also the team and its community, and are super excited about being part of it.
And since it's on Steam now, I guess, right? 'Cause it came out in September, so people can pick it up today if they want to check it out.
Absolutely. You can pick up the
Boomer
base
friendly?
game
Yeah.
or the premium edition, which launches today. And those who want to try before they buy can
Is the
participate
premium
in
pay
the
to win?
free play weekend that is starting on April 4th.
All right, well, we've seen 3 games today,
Yeah,
but we do
what-
have one more for
Can I
everyone.
get
This
paid
is
to win?
something really special, a global reveal. Last summer, I got to come
Okay,
down
let's
here
see it.
and do a playtest of this title. We really wanted to show it at the Game Awards, but it wasn't quite ready. Mike, this is the first title from Moonshot Games.
Yes, and as much as I would love to tell you about the game, I think it's best if you hear from the Moonshot team.
Okay, let's see the game.
Hi, I'm Jason Chase, studio head at Moonshot.
And I'm Dustin Broder, game director at Moonshot.
This guy's mic's a bit
Now,
low. I'm gonna turn it up a bit.
Imagine a dangerous place at the edge of the galaxy, outside the law, called the Typhon Reach. It's like a cosmic scale Bermuda Triangle with cosmic storms, quantum meteors, and treacherous monsters, all guarding the most prized objects in the universe, the ancient artifacts of the Prime.
Cool story, Baldy.
And
Where's
this
the
is
game?
where you come in. We need you to assemble your crew, choose your starship, and risk it all in a chaotic
Where's the
adventure
game?
where the only plan is the one you make up as you go.
Let's see what lies in the most dangerous corner of the galaxy.
Where's it at? Okay, is it first person? All right.
Welcome to the
Okay.
Reach, a vast realm of discovery and brutal explosions.
So what kind of game? What do you do? Is this wait? It's Concord 2?
I'm sure you'll be fine.
No! No!
Now you're gonna need a tough team.
It's Concord 2.
Hello, Luke.
And
Okay.
an even tougher ship. Quality upgrade.
So
Keep
how's
her
this work?
flying, and you'll find wonders beyond your wildest dreams.
Why does all this shit look
A big
claymation?
ball, wow.
Like Overwatch.
Is that an Infinity
What the
Stone?
fuck happened to video games?
Or the other crews will blast
What
you and
fucking
take
engine
your
we
loot.
using where everything's
So it's a
fucking
VR?
Minecraft,
Possibility.
Play-Doh,
Outrun or Outgun?
Getting away.
and then
Yeah.
comedy.
How does
When
this
your
work?
airtight plan goes out the airlock,
Into the fray.
improvise.
It's Space Sea of Thieves? That
Use your
sounds really
turrets.
cool.
Killing their stuff.
Hell, use their turrets. Traps.
PvP?
Big red buttons.
Overloaded their reactor.
Sorry, I should stop talking and
Because
just
the
listen.
Reach gives.
Resources in. Coming in hot.
This looks
and the
really
Reach
cool.
takes.
Damage! Major damage!
Can't promise fame and fortune here,
Mine layer here!
or that you'll even make it back.
Get to the gate. Go, go, go,
But
go.
I can promise this.
That's my artifact.
It's gonna be one hell of a story.
Oh. Damn, Wild Gate. Sign up to playtest. I'll play it. Yep, I'll play it.
Wildgate
I'm good for
is a
it.
crew-based shooter that takes place in the far reaches of space,
Got it.
where 20 players across 5 ships face off to secure the valuable artifact and escape.
Okay, 4 teams.
Or you
yeah,
can
5
choose
teams
violence
of 4.
and opt for an elimination win, working together with your fellow prospectors to destroy every other rival crew in the Reach through ship versus ship combat.
And even if combat isn't your thing, there's tons to do and discover, as you
This
and
is
your
like Dark
crew
and
need to
Darker?
scout out and claim resources, as well as your path out of the Reach through a nearby Wildgate.
With the other 4 ships all trying to do the same, you can expect to face some pretty intense matches. And space crimes. Lots of space crimes. The Reach is ever changing, and the map layout for each game is procedurally generated,
Yeah.
so no 2 games will play the same.
Over the last year, we've had the privilege to host some small tests behind closed doors. And we're now ready to kick off our very first public playtest in the next few weeks.
Okay.
Sign up on our website for a chance to join us.
Thanks so much for watching. But before we go, let's take an even deeper look into the Reach.
Yeah, let me get a little bit better idea how this works.
I want to tell you about a place called the Typhon Reach. I mean, it's not for the faint of heart, but it's where legends are made. Legends like the Gamma Gang.
The Gamba Gang.
They did a smash and grab on the artifact like nobody's ever seen. But first, let's back up. How'd they even make it this far? When you're in the Reach, you're after one thing.
Right, how does it work?
Artifact. The most valuable object in the known universe. And if you're brave or stupid enough to go after it, you won't be alone. Be the first crew to find it, snatch it, and pass through the Wild Gate or be the last crew left standing.
Okay.
It all starts with your ship. Whether you're mining asteroids, scanning for
build the
loot,
ship
or
yourself?
battling borders, the right ship isn't just a choice. It's your edge and fight to stay
It should be
alive.
like, unironically, Starfield. Starfield shipbuilding was really good.
You could go big with the Bastion, packed full of gadgets and guns, but they'll see you coming a light year away.
Oh, okay.
Or go small with a hunter. Just don't get caught, because those shields will not last.
It's like a different, what do you call it?
Remember, your ship is your lifeline.
Different
You lose
loadouts.
your ride, it's mission over. Your crew, on the other hand, can handle whatever the Reach throws at them. Armed with the right weapons, tools, and special skills. It's all hands on deck. That's one thing the Gamma Gang understood. It's not about sticking to one job. It's about supporting your crew. Mining for resources, keeping the engines running, putting out fires. Every crew member counts. Because when things start to heat up, it's either you or them.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what this is going to play around. Fly
The
around
Reach
and
is
find
a
out.
living,
That's funny.
breathing death trap. Cosmic storms, Reach leeches, lava asteroids, and space mines. To get a handle
Lava
on what's out there,
asteroids?
you're gonna need to scout ahead.
Sounds
Probes
pretty
are your
bad.
best bet to map the area. Locate hazards, supplies, and hidden treasures. It's also how the Gamma Gang stayed one step ahead of the other crews.
Damn.
Fuel and ice. Without them, the job gets a lot tougher. If your reactor overheats, you'd better have ice on hand to cool it down. And fuel gives your ship the extra boost it needs for a quick getaway. Running out won't leave you
Extra
stranded,
boost.
but trust me, without it,
I
you're
wonder
as
how
Reach
much,
does.
if this will be tedious or not. I'm curious.
You want to pull this off? You'll need the best loot you can find.
Okay.
All over the Reach are lost caches of cutting-edge ship upgrades, powerful weapons.
Do you
and
keep them
gear that
between
gives you
different
the upper
matches?
hand. But do not get cocky. The better the goods, the tougher they'll be to grab. This place is teeming with vicious little surprises. Grab what you can and make it quick, because those other prospectors could crash the party at any moment. Which reminds me, watch your back, because those rival squads will try to board your ship. Keep your guns loaded, your multi-tools ready to repair. They'll do everything they can to try to sabotage you. Don't let them. Now, back to the big score. The artifact. You never know where it'll pop up, or what kinds of hell you'll have to go through to get it. Many prospectors went in that day, but only the Gamma Gang came out. But it wasn't over yet. They made a mad dash for the Wild Gate, and the other crews were hot on their tail. Which brings us back to here. Now, the Gamma Gang did make it to the Wild Gate, but I never said they made it through. They had the
They got blown
guns,
up?
the fuel, the upgrades. The plan was perfect. Or so they thought. Because there was one thing they didn't expect. Me.
Oh shit!
That's the Reach, kid. I didn't play fair. And you don't have
So
to
you can like
either.
invade a ship?
Because out here, the only plan that counts is the one you make up on the fly.
Oh no! This guy just put. Wait, you can just go in there and loot the item out of
I
the
hope
box.
all you guys are excited as
Seems
I
pretty
am
easy.
about Wildgate. I cannot wait to jump in more and do as Dustin
Yeah, it seems
says.
pretty simple.
Space crimes, Mike.
You and me both. The Moonshot team put so much care into making sure the world isn't just fun to explore, but that the matches are challenging and in most cases, unpredictably hilarious.
Well, I cannot wait, as I said, for more people to go. And this is really a game you have to play to really get
Yeah, I
all the
tried.
excitement inside of it. All right, well, that kind of wraps up the show, but let's recap what we've talked about so far.
Okay.
The Sunderfolk demo is on GeForce Now
That
right
was the
now.
the
Bellum
board
launches
game.
a premium edition today
That's
and
the
a
auto
free play
battler.
weekend next month. Linked is currently in Steam Early Access and coming soon to consoles.
That
and
was
you
the
can
cozy
sign
game.
up for Wildgate's community preview playtests. It's really a
just
more
saw
the
that.
merrier kind of game, so encourage your friends to sign up too.
And what I love about all the games, Mike, is that you're showing real gameplay on them. I know you had to wait.
Yeah.
You had to wait a while to see them, but it's been worth it. And it's clear that Dreamhaven is kind of not making just one kind of game, a whole bunch of different experiences, but they're all united by the idea of kind of playing together with friends and family.
I couldn't agree more. We're so grateful for your support, Jeff, and for everyone who's followed our journey so far.
Absolutely. I'm excited. This is only chapter 1 for Dreamhaven, and we can't wait to hear more.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all online.
See you later.
Great. Okay. Well, that was a nice little show. Yeah, that was decent. What did you guys think? 1 out of 10. I'd say it was like a 6 or a 7. Yeah, I think that these games, so I can give like a little bit of thoughts on it right now. So this first game, well, actually, let me go back. This is a board game. I don't like turn-based board games. It's just not for me. But like this game looked okay to me. Like it didn't really look amazing. It was like just decent, right? An average, okay game. And so, yeah, I saw this. This is nice. I think some of the graphics look pretty unfinished. Like, it just looks not really great. I don't play games because of graphics, but I can acknowledge if they don't look complete. It kind of looks like it has the same style as like Palia, which is like very visually unappealing. I think that whenever people saw the studio coming out, they were hoping for a game like this. Right? I mean, like, honestly, it's like, you know, you have, okay, well, these are ex-Blizzard people, and they're going to try to make a new version of, like, you know, maybe one of their old games, like StarCraft, for example. So this did look pretty cool, and I like this game. This game definitely, I think, passed the vibe check the most for me. I mean, it doesn't have, like, because there's a lot of video games nowadays, and I don't even dislike this a whole lot, but I do think that it can be kind of overused, where you have these very, like, bright, vibrant colors, and everything is like cartoonized with games, and it does make me a little bit more reminiscent and like I guess nostalgic of the old like 90s or 2000s games that have like a much more serious, gritty vibe to them. So when I see a game like this, I think it's called Mechabellum, this definitely looked appealing. Mechabellum's been out for years. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it is or not. I have no idea. I just saw this and I'm like, okay, well, this looks cool. So, yeah, that's about it. Reminds me of cozy games, pushes me away. Yeah, anytime that I hear that a game is cozy, that makes me, like, I think cozy has been used. You know how, like, you know, we have BBW that's used as a euphemism for fat now? Or like, curvy. Like, you're not curvy. Like, yeah, well, the moon is curvy. It's a circle. It's very round. And so, like, when I hear that, cozy is, like, the same thing as curvy. It's not cozy, it's boring, in the same way that it's not curvy, it's fat. That's just it. They found a way to market a video game as being boring and have people celebrate it. You know, great personality means fat. Well, I don't know. I mean, even that would be better than this. And so, why is it always a PC style, PC Deadpool style of narrating over the top? So you don't like the tone of games like this? I think that's fine. Some people might not like the tone of it. I don't know. I mean, I can see why people don't like that, but I think if you're making a game that has like kind of a cartoonish vibe to it, then it would kind of make sense that you would have kind of like goofy, cartoonish like feel. The characters in the game, I think, are kind of they're not really that appealing. Like, this is like nobody wants to be that. Nobody wants to be any of these characters, right? So, like, if you want to make a game like this good, I think it's important to have characters that are visually appealing and interesting. And that doesn't mean make these owls fuckable, right? Like, you don't have to make them fuckable, but you just have to make them interesting to look at. And I think that it doesn't really look super great. But, you know, overall, the gameplay and the idea of it does look pretty good. And so I would probably try this out. Sure, why not? Is this even worse than Concord? Well, the reason why Concord would have succeeded if it had Overwatch quality gameplay, right? The issue is always gameplay. Gameplay is what really makes or breaks a game, because, like, yes, you're going to have some people that aren't going to buy it because, oh my god, Black Samurai, oh my god, non-binary, oh my god, like X, Y, or Z. But no, gameplay is what's going to get people in, and it's what's going to keep people out, or get them to leave. And so that's what really, really matters. Now, it's waifus. Waifus matter, but this is a different type of game, right? And there are plenty of waifu games that aren't successful either. So, go Boundless games will outsell most of these games while being furry. Well, yeah, I mean, sure. But either way, my point is that this looked okay. It was decent. It wasn't, like, amazing, but I think that, you know, some of these games are games that I would play and try out if I saw them. For sure, why not? You have a good things like Dwarf Fortress and such do well on gameplay alone. Yeah, and gameplay, in my opinion, that is the bottom line. Everything else beyond gameplay is not really all that important, right? Can't hate furry games. The furries are not hot. It's a universal thing. Well, I think that, like, furry games, like, I would play, I played that Wild Assault game. I thought that was pretty fun to play, but that was it. I'm very partial to story too, but gameplay first. Yeah, exactly. We got a video here. Oh, we got a video here. It's a big one. So about a week ago, Assassin's Creed Shadows was released. There's been a lot of discourse and conversation about this game, going up to as high as the President of the United States has commented on it. It's muted. Okay, let's start that again. Did you really? Yeah, Elon tweeted about it yesterday.
Assassin's Creed Shadows might go down as the weirdest launch in video game history.
Yeah.
This game has been wrapped in controversy, leaks, delays, identity politics, all kinds of issues. And I've never seen a company have so much writing on the line while simultaneously stumbling all over themselves at every given turn. Let's be honest here. Let's be clear about this. Assassin's Creed Shadows decides the fate of Ubisoft. Their future is hanging by a thread, and that thread is Assassin's Creed Shadows. And after playing the game, I'm going to be honest with you guys, that thread isn't very strong. I'll break down my experience in detail, but let's just say that despite what games media is saying, why does this keep happening?
Because people find a fucking video game, and there's some sort of a culture war about the fucking game, and then nobody wants to think about whether the game is good. It's not about, how much discourse is about Yasuke being black? I played the game a lot. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, yeah, it seems like they obviously did it for, like, DEI, current year reasoning. Sure, yeah, it's fucking weird or whatever, but honestly, I don't really care. It's not really a big deal to me. Why? But every castle has the same elites that you kill? And they do the same things? And the box is in the same place every time? What the fuck?
Is what I like to refer to as aggressively mid.
Yes.
It's a Trojan horse of a game. It's very pretty. And when you peel back its exterior, there's really just nothing going on inside of it. Nothing at all. And I think a lot of people really expected that to happen. They saw that coming. But to be honest with you, contrary to popular belief, I wanted Assassin's Creed to be good. I want Ubisoft to be good. I want this company and this game to succeed because I've enjoyed it in the past, but I just haven't been able to get into it or play it because of what they've done with it over the years. And Ubisoft has mismanaged themselves into a corner at this point, and I don't think that they can escape. They've compromised too much. They've changed too many things. Their games have lost any real sense of identity.
There's no identity and no guiding principle that the games have that make them unique. That's the problem. There's nothing that's unique or special about these games at all. They're just like, okay, well, there it is. You're going to do this thing. There's this, like below average story. And after that, you have to like do all these objectives on the map and then do these things. Used to be so good. Well, remember what I said before about how, like, one of the reasons why I stopped playing WoW is because I felt like every expansion and patch after Legion, like BFA, Shadowlands, Dragonflight, I just felt like I was playing Legion again and again and again. And that's the way that I feel like with a lot of these modern games. I've already kind of played this game before it even begins.
A new game release isn't going to fix that. Games journalists are already running defense for it. Their stockholders are protesting at their door. There's a legal task force that they're building to fight against content creators and the players. Japanese politicians are outraged, and even with the glowing media praise that the game got, their share prices are still falling.
It's crazy how, like, when a game comes out, if culture warriors don't, like, well, on both sides, right? It's like the game comes out, and if chuds don't like the game, games media contorts themselves around to make themselves like it, and they downplay the negative aspects to it. So basically what I mean by that is that they actively misrepresent the product in order to make it more in line with their worldview.
spicy, a little sweet. Oh, that's really good chicken. Next up, lamb neck meat on top of a crispy seaweed with lamb fat and crispy barley puffs. That is definitely a fatty piece of lamb. This one here, serpent turf, so it's a strip steak on top of a California roll. I think that one, the steak is really awesome. California roll, slightly soggy. I combo definitely works though. This is the first seafood dish I've seen here. SoD Mage with a wonton chip. That is really, really refreshing and sweet. I think that's my first bite of seafood here. I mean, I love meats, but that was a nice, refreshing break. This is probably the biggest line I've been in. So, Chef Bar, I heard about this place. I think it's held by Chef Lee, who was a top chef. This is a really famous restaurant here in Calgary. They are serving smoked pork shank lettuce wrap. So it's on a radish with scallions inside. I love a nice slaughter. That thing is chicken, fatty, it's meaty, very spicy too. Definitely taste some gochujang in there. Oh, that was good. So this is a chicken sausage. Not very good. Sitting on top of some udon. Chicken sausage on cold udon. I like it. This is a large sausage in a scallion pita. What? He's not wrong. She looks nice and chewy. Love the cucumber and a zesty sauce. Sausage is delicious and juicy. Good stuff, man. Next, let's really out skewer. Served with some shishito peppers. How's the chicken pork belly? Oh, this festival is so cool. I love everything about it. I love the smell. I love the food. The people are awesome. This is one of those days I actually don't want rain. I Sunday day walking around eating and drinking. This is really nice. Smoked baby back ribs. Someone just walked by offering chicken. It's with aji amarillo glaze. This is actually really good. Red Dead, hard by sidewalk citizen. That's really good chicken. Really tender, the glaze is good. Nice and charred. Oh man, I thought they were out of brisket here, but let's see if they have any more. You guys are out? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So this is brisket burnt ends with sourdough chili crunch and tartar sauce. And I got the last two pieces. Nice crunch, nice heat, very hard and zesty as well. Wow.
Hey, I'm done brushing teeth.
I came 2 hours into this festival. Smoked candied and wild line caught sockeye salmon with puff rice. Thank you.
Brushing foot.
Let's go. A little salmon popsicle.
Blue Mag.
This is really, really smoky. So this is the whole thing that was roasting earlier. Very tender and juicy. That's a very fast. Oh man, this place is out of s'mores. Whoa, the s'mores with beef fat, sugar pie. Ah, sad I missed out on this. Gotta go get another Galbi taco. Got something my favorite thing here. This tomahawk steaks are finally ready. Oh. That's from the Two River Meats. Oh,
It's so fucking annoying to me. Like, you're not even talking about the game. You're not even thinking about the game. It's about some like abstract idea that this game, like, what about the fucking game?
Pulling Empire doesn't need a new flag.
What's a chud? A chud is just a term that people use for a low intelligence or low information, right-wing, anti-woke person, basically. I think that's the best way I could explain it. A neckbeard. Yes, basically a neckbeard.
It needs a miracle, and Ubisoft's not getting one. But before all that, a word from today's sponsor, EVE Online. Space is brutal, but in EVE Online, it's yours to conquer. For over 20 years, EVE Online has been the ultimate space MMO, where hundreds of thousands of players carve out their own empires in an ever-evolving galaxy. There's only one server, meaning that every battle, every deal, and every betrayal is part of the same living history. And the best part? It's completely free to play. How you shape that history is entirely up to you. You can become an explorer, uncovering the lost secrets of deep space, an industrialist, building warships and running the economy, an enforcer, taking on high-risk missions for powerful factions, a soldier of fortune diving into massive PvP battles and interstellar warfare. With over 250 ships to master, there is a role for every kind of player. But if you're just starting out, the smartest move is to join a corporation. They'll teach you the ropes, give you allies, and help you thrive in the cutthroat universe of EVE. And right
I'm
now,
actually really surprised their EVE is sponsoring people.
You can get a kickstart to your own space adventure with 1 million skill points, completely free. That's a huge boost to get you started. So don't wait. Use the link in the description or in the pinned comment and download EVE Online today and carve your name into the stars. Thank you to EVE Online for sponsoring today's video.
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't just another big release, it's